Hello again, baseball fans, and welcome to Birmingham Seaholm High School, home of the Maples as they get set to clash with their rivals from Birmingham Groves. The rubber match of this three-game set between our two Birmingham high schools. Brad Fetters for BACB Sports, joined, as always, by Andy Aubrey. And Andy, we've gotten a feel now for these two teams. What do you expect?
Well, I'm not sure what to expect, Brad, because Game 1 was a relatively measured 8-5 victory for Groves, and then the wheels came off for them big time Tuesday. They went down to Seaholm 17-2, and it's going to be interesting to see which team shows up tonight for both schools, because you kind of get the feeling they've each got something to prove here.
Talking to both coaches prior to the start of tonight's game, they indicated they had a good practice yesterday. Anticipate a good matchup here between our two rival schools. Opening pitch and starting lineups coming up after this brief timeout.
Yeah, I know, but just look at that. It's so sad.
Welcome back to Birmingham Baseball Field. Brad Fetters alongside Andy Aubrey getting you set. Let's meet the starting lineups first for the visitors from Birmingham Groves. Leading things off will be the center fielder, Carlos Smith. Batting second, the first baseman, Darren Kaza. Batting third, the pitcher, Michael West. Cleaning up will be the left fielder, Andrew Blanchard. Batting fifth and playing second base, Sebastian Shorter. Batting sixth will be the third baseman, Joseph West. DHing and batting seventh will be P.J. Comer. Batting eighth, the catcher, Griffin Smith. And batting ninth, the shortstop, Colin Francisco. The Maple defense first around the infield. Playing third, Ian Everett. At shortstop, Jack Zimmer. At second base, Casey Getz. And at first base, Brandon Gottesman. The outfield defense. In left, Ethan DeWolf. In center field, Dylan Furlani. In right field, Aaron Vandermark. And catching will be Keegan Jordan. Getting the start on the mound this afternoon for the Seaholm Maples will be Liam McDonald. There you see the big, tall right-hander finishing up his tune-up tosses, nearly set to go. OAA Blue matchup here. Birmingham Groves took the first game by an 8-5 score. Seaholm bounced right back, had a couple big offensive innings 2 days ago, and that 17-2 win, and scoring 7 runs in the top of the first inning really set the tone for that baseball game.
Yeah, plus they had another 7-run inning. I mean, how many times do you see that in any baseball game? But like we say, Brad, like we've always said, if you watch enough baseball games, anything's possible. And we even saw a broken aluminum bat in that second game. Something going on that day.
So Carlos Smith, typically the starting catcher for Birmingham Groves, getting the start in center field. Coach Sean Morrison electing to go with a couple freshmen at the bottom third of his lineup in Griffin Smith and Colin Francisco. First pitch of the ball game, a called strike. We are underway. Pretty blue skies, overcast slightly, big puffy clouds. Temperatures in the mid-50s. It feels more like perhaps football weather than baseball weather, but here we go.
Yeah, I'm almost like 40-something. It was when that wind kicks up, it's noticeable, and we see the flags blowing from right to left, which is going to wreak a little havoc on pop flies, maybe.
The 0-2 hammered the second baseman, Getz, who goes down to a couple knees, goes over to his first man, Gottesman, for the first out of the inning.
Batting second in the lineup, wearing number 46, the first baseman, Darren Kaza.
Darren Kaza, the first baseman, will bat second. Left-hand bat in the lineup. Liam McDonald operating out of the stretch, misses wide. 1 ball, no strike, the count on Kaza.
Yeah, our microphones are picking up everything. You know, it sounds like there's a mic in the catcher's mitt.
Comes inside, misses low and inside. 2 balls, no strikes to the count on Kaza. Two-0 misses low and away. Good hitter's count here for the first baseman. Kaza 1 for 6 in this series, taking all the way 4 straight wide ones. That's a base on balls, our first base runner of the ball game. And brings up the ever dangerous bat of Michael West. Michael West has been on base numerous times throughout this series. He's been walked a couple times, as well as 3 hits in 5 plate appearances. So that's 5 straight out of the zone for Liam McDonald. Another ball, 2 balls, no strikes to count on the starting pitcher for head coach Sean Morrison. This is certainly a Falcon bench that doesn't seem too upset after their last loss.
No, Morrison will keep him light. He's been around baseball enough to know that if something like Tuesday happens to you, you brush yourself off and come back and get him the next day.
West grounds one sharply to the shortstop Zimmer. Goes over to Getz at second base, who can't complete the throw over to first. So the fielder's choice will go 6-4 on the putout.
Yeah, it looked like Getz had a little bit of trouble pulling the ball out of his mitt in the exchange, so he elected wisely to hold on to it rather than rush a throw to first, and they get the lead runner, so 2 outs now.
It'll leave things up to the cleanup batter, Andrew Blanchard. Quick snap throw over to first base on the pickoff attempt. Drives Robert Morgan, the courtesy runner, back in with a head-first slide. Seaholm was able to strike first in both of our games. Took a 2-0 lead on Monday, a 7-0 lead on Tuesday. Falcons looking to do the same here on the road. Liam McDonald comes home, off-speed pitch. Blanchard takes all the way. Quickly in an 0-2 hole.
Yeah, that was the tale of 2 games Monday and Tuesday. Could not have been more different.
Yeah, Monday was a well-played game. Both teams
it
scoring
started out
runs.
2-2. I mean, it was evenly matched, and it was pretty exciting. In the bottom of the 7th, Groves almost came back. They got 3 runs in the last inning, but
runner takes off. Morgan's going to make a turn at second base. Going to hold there. So able to scamper down to second base on the wild pitch. Puts a man in scoring position now for the cleanup batter. And once again, an opportunity here for the Falcons to strike first. Missing up and away will fill up the count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Sebastian Shorter riding a hot bat. Waits on deck, hoping for an opportunity to bat here in the top of the first inning. So glad you decided to tune us in. BACB Sports, Brad Fetters with Andy Aubrey. The payoff pitch swung on, lifted to shallow right field and foul.
And I was really kind of looking forward to interviewing Sean before this game. Time didn't permit. There was just a little bit of a run on getting the lineup cards turned in and all that, but
and pitch misses out of the strike zone. Second base on balls of the inning, and it will bring up Sebastian Shorter. Seen Shorter on the pitcher's mound. We've seen him at second base, and he has put on quite the clinic at the plate. 4 of 6 in this series. Big opportunity here in the first inning. It's another pitch in the dirt, going to skip all the way to the backstop. So the courtesy runner moves over to third, Andrew Blanchard to second. And now all of a sudden Groves has 2 men in scoring position with 2 outs.
Yeah, a base hit here might deliver those 2 runs, get them on the board early here in the top half of the first.
Coach Morrison talks about these moments in ball games with runners in scoring position looking for that clutch hit. Hasn't always come this season for Groves. It's the man at the plate that you want. Shorter swings and misses. He's looking dead red there on 2-0. Swings through that pitch. This one's going to be called at the very top of the strike zone. Evens up the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Deuce is wild now for Shorter with 2 runners on. The 2-2 swung on, popped up behind home plate. We'll see if Keegan Jordan has a play as that ball drifts. And they're going to say a foul ball. I don't know if Keegan Jordan was worried about Gottesman there to the first baseman. It's a tough play for a catcher as that ball kind of comes back into fair territory.
I think he might have caught Gottesman out of the corner of his eye as he was trying to find the ball. It went straight up in the air. It almost came down on home plate, as a matter of fact, but also could have been a case of the wind.
So that misses up and away. It'll fill up the count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. New life now for Sebastian Shorter. Liam McDonald brings home the payoff pitch and misses away. 3 walks now in the inning for Liam McDonald. Will load the bases and will bring up Joseph West.
Well, things are touchy here at the moment for Seaholm. They're really struggling through the top half of this first inning.
West, the freshman. Mentioned one of 3 freshmen in the lineup this afternoon for head coach Sean Morrison. Not afraid to go to his underclassmen here in this big rivalry game. Called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike the count now on the third baseman.
The wind blew McDonald's hat off. It's a little breezy out there.
And blowing straight out to left field right now. West tries to go that way, fouls it back. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count on the freshman. Misses up, evens up the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Donald brings home the 2-2, misses low. And this will allow the runners to be put in motion. A single here will score at least 2.
Yeah, nowhere to put them. This is an important pitch here.
Donald comes to the belt, comes home with the 3-2 and misses. 4 walks now in the inning, will plate a run.
And the Falcons get out.
Well, that's a good example of when you get a chance to get a team out of an inning, you want to take advantage of it. They did not do that. They let that foul drop, or they would have been out of the inning long ago. But instead, there's still life here for the Falcons, and we're going to have a meeting at the mound to sort of settle things down for the Maples.
So it'll be 3 straight walks after the fielder's choice. And P.J. Comer will be at the plate, the DH. We already saw him come through in the clutch, had a huge double, his second of the season back on Monday. Provide some insurance runs for the Falcons.
Yeah, and that was in a pinch hitting role too, so was a big hit in that game.
Batting 7th in the lineup.
PJ Comer DHing for the right fielder, Ryan Brand. That's a little bit of a unique wrinkle to the high school game. You can DH for any player in the field. It doesn't necessarily have to be the pitcher. Comer takes a look at a really good breaking ball, had him bending out of the way. So see if McDonald able to pitch himself out of a jam.
Yeah, it's an interesting, like you say, Brad, or an interesting wrinkle about being able to DH for any player. I mean, frequently, especially at this level, your pitchers are among your better athletes and frequently also good hitters too. So they don't need to pull them out of the lineup. That's an important bat generally.
Comer floats one over the protective netting behind home plate and out of play. Good look from our center field cam. The 1-2. Whoa! Got him looking. Comer disagreed with the home plate umpire. But Liam McDonald able to pitch out of the jam while giving up just 1 run. We played a half an inning. The Falcons in front, 1-0.
Losing the fear of looking foolish comes with age.
Who did you steal him from?
Losing your way in your own home doesn't. Confusion with time and place may be a sign of Alzheimer's.
Mom, are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine.
Early detection gives you and your loved one time to plan for the future. Learn the warning signs of Alzheimer's.
Welcome back to Birmingham Seaholm. Let's meet the starting lineup now for the Maples. Leading things off will be the center fielder, Dylan Furlani. Batting second, the catcher, Keegan Jordan. Batting third will be the third baseman, Ian Everett. Cleaning up will be the first baseman, Brandis Gottesman. The fifth place batter will be the DH, Nick Davis. Playing shortstop and batting sixth, Jack Zimmer. Liam McDonald, the pitcher, will bat seventh, while Aaron Vandermark, the right fielder, will bat eighth, while Casey Getz, the second baseman, will bat ninth. The Falcon defense in the infield, patrolling third base, Joseph West. At short, Colin Francisco. At second base, Sebastian Shorter. And at first base, Darren Kazaa. Your outfield defense, Andrew Blanchard in left, Carlos Smith in center field, and Ryan Brand in right field. Griffin Smith will be the catcher, while Michael West will be on the mound. West, making his 7th start of the season, has 30 innings pitched on the season, has a 3-3 record. He's given up 21 hits, 14 runs, 6 of which are earned, has struck out 20 while issuing 10 base on balls. West's ERA, a minuscule 1.40. We saw Michael West limit the Seaholm offense a season ago in a 6-0 complete game shutout. Andy Aubrey, in that game, he limited the Maples to just 1 hit.
Yeah, I remember that game. He was in a groove, and like we've talked about, there's certainly times when that first inning is the one to get over that hump with, and these guys get into a groove or, start putting it on autopilot. You see that obviously in the pros as well, but West is one of these guys that if you don't get to him early, he can really settle in.
Pitch misses up and in to Furlani, the center fielder. Furlani had a triple already in this series. 1 for 3 in the 3-game set. Runs a count to 2 balls, no strikes. Michael West not going to overpower a lot of hitters this afternoon, but he does have tremendous control. He will fill up the strike zone with pitches, so Seaholm's going to have to be ready to hit. Furlani goes down and gets it. Going to be a tough play for the shortstop, ranging well into the hole. And Furlani opens up the Seaholm offense with a single.
This was just sort of a seeing eye single. And it bounced on this rubber ball surface we got here.
So for the third straight game, the road team has jumped out to an early lead. Falcons in front 1-0. Maples in their home white jerseys with maples across the chest. Falcons in their road greens, white baseball pants. Middle of the infield defense in double play depth. Runner takes off for second base. It's a called strike. The throw not in time. A stolen base there for Furlani, the speedster.
Yeah, he's quick. He got a good jump, and just wanted to go back. But I think that Seaholm's pretty fortunate that they really only allowed that one run in the first inning. Things could have gotten much worse for them with the bases loaded, especially if they let in a run on a sort of a missed pop-up. There you see the stolen base. Throw towards third on the bounce.
Jordan waits out that pitch and fouls it away. Early indication here, Seaholm is going to be aggressive on the base pass. Griffin Smith getting the start, as we mentioned, at the catcher position, a freshman. Jordan lofts this one to right field. It's going to drive Ryan Brand back. He's going to hit the cutoff man, but it will allow the runner to move up 90 feet. So it's a productive out there for Keegan Jordan.
Yeah, that ball jumped off the bat and sort of into the wind at that.
Coach Sean Morrison asking Ryan Brand the last time he started in right field, last time he played right field, and Brand took quite a while to think about it and said, well, maybe the first game last year. Ian Everett wasting no time, went after that first pitch, laced it down the first baseline, but foul. Seaholm looking to even up the score. They trail 1-0. Everett, the third baseman at the plate, checked his swing. A called strike by the home plate umpire, and quickly Everett down in an 0-2 hole. Cleanup hitter Brandon Gottesman, the first baseman, waits on deck. One out. The 0-2 missing up and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count on the third baseman. Aaron Kazaa, the first baseman, protecting the line down at first. Ball bounces up. Good block there by Griffin Smith. He actually picked that ball. Michael West electing to go out of the windup here with the runner at third. The 2-2 misses low. It'll fill up the count. 3 balls, 2 strikes on Ian Everett. Gives his batting helmet a bit of a slap there. Now digs in, crowds the plate, hands hanging over top. Lofts one to deep left field. Blanchard back, couple steps in front of the track, hauls it in. And we'll throw it into the infield. Sac fly RBI for Ian Everett. 1-1 our score. Small ball.
Well, yeah, that's how you do it. It's not overly flashy, I guess would be the word, but effective. It's very effective, fly ball out. So we're all tied.
Gottesman fouls one deep down the left field line into the Seaholm bullpen area. So a leadoff single, a stolen base, fly out that moved the runner over to third, and now a sac fly RBI has plated the Maples' first run of the ball game. 1-1 our score. 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Gottesman, the lefty, Looks at a pitch low and away. 296 down the left field line, 363 to straightaway right center. 309 down the right field line. Ranging over, Sebastian Shorter able to get Gottesman by a couple of steps. So we've played 1 inning, tied up at 1 apiece.
You're not going to get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff.
Mama!
Like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the right seat.
Top of the second inning, Griffin Smith, the catcher, to lead things off for the Groves Falcons.
8th spot in the lineup, it's Griffin Smith, the catcher.
Smith, a slightly open stance, holds the bat on his back shoulder. Donald's first pitch misses low. 1 ball, no strikes, the count on the 8th place batter. Smith seeing his first start, 0 for 2. Making his first start at the catcher's position. One ball, 2 strikes the count now. So that last foul ball catching the mask there of Keegan Jordan.
Yeah, the ump went out. Took a little time, let him kind of gather himself back in.
Gotta love that brotherhood between catchers and umpires.
Whoa!
Look out.
Holy cow. what
Just
happened
a
there?
bit outside.
Just a little bit. Yeah. There's wild pitches, and then there's that pitch.
It's kind of like one of those Randy Johnson pitches in the All-Star game that got Kruk and Larry Walker concerned. Or maybe the one A.J. Burnett put through the truck window. Can be a bit of a concern when you're at the plate and the pitcher's that wild.
Yes, that it does get your attention for sure.
9th batter in the lineup, wearing number 20, is shortstop.
So already the 5th walk of the game by Liam McDonald.
Yeah, that's not a sustainable model for long-term pitching success.
Marvin Ravella, the courtesy runner at first base. Colin Francisco, first action this week at the shortstop position, wastes no time. Little blooper into shallow left center field. It's going to be a base hit for Francisco, the 9th place batter.
Francisco's on with a base hit.
Yeah, just sort of a bloop hit in no man's land out there. 3 players converging and no one able to catch up to it.
He'll turn things over to the leadoff man, Carlos Smith, grounded out to the second baseman, Getz, in the top half of the first inning. 2 runners on, nobody out. McDonald. Carlos Smith squared around, pulls the bat back. So that Francisco single, the first hit of the ball game for the Falcons. Second baseman Getz keeping the runner at second on us. Pitch misses low in the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike the count on Smith. Smith now 3 for 7 in the series. Squares around, infield defense converges. They run their wheel play defensively at the shortstop move over. Both runners in motion, both swiping bags, and now all of a sudden the Falcons really in business with 2 runners in scoring position.
Yeah, almost a delayed steal there, getting those 2 runners into scoring position.
And a swing and a miss by Smith. He goes down. Second strikeout of the ball game for McDonald. That is a huge out.
Yeah, this is just a kind of a bending away from the plate, and he waved and missed.
Batting number 46, Darren Kaza.
Aaron Kazaa, the first baseman, walked and scored in the first inning. Infield in, and that is something that we have seen Coach Nautigal do quite a bit defensively with this Maples team, trying to cut down the runner potentially at the plate.
Yeah, he's not afraid to bring his defense in to save that run. Some managers, especially early, aren't so much for that.
Ooh, crowd thought it was going to be a strike. They also thought perhaps Darren offered at that pitch. No appeal. McDonald. Kazaa goes down swinging. Second straight strikeout for McDonald. Got himself out of a bases-loaded jam in the first inning.
He did, and he's living dangerously here in the second as well. But could really help himself out here, just get this final out.
Michael West at the plate, called strike on the outer black. And we have speculated at times perhaps Seaholm has sort of pitched around West, especially in situations like this.
Yeah, sort of an unintentional, intentional walk type of thing.
And that's 2 pitches on the outer half of the plate for called strike. So 0-2 the count on Michael West. McDonald quickly home with it and loses his hat once again.
Goes the hat. He needs to get some crazy glue.
McDonald working on the first base side of the rubber. Glares in at his catcher, Keegan Jordan. The 1-2. Misses low. Keegan Jordan unable to find it initially.
That's got to be a helpless feeling, huh?
Yeah, everybody telling you it's there, it's there, it's there.
Same,
I realize it's there, but where is there?
Right. You know, those masks and helmets don't allow for a whole lot of visibility looking down.
2-2. West goes down, rolls it over to Everett, the third baseman, across the diamond in plenty of time. The Falcons threaten but do not score. We head to the bottom of the second inning, 1-1 our score.
We said we'd never give in to a meltdown.
Mariella.
Never leave the house looking, well, and never let them out of our sight. Cars get hot fast, and kids can be at risk. Before you leave the car, always stop, look, lock.
Bottom of the second inning, Seaholm coming to bat. Nick Davis, the DH. 1-1 ball game. Called strike on the outer corner.
Davis is the DH for
Seaholm without the services this afternoon of their leadoff man, Patrick Hughes, was thrown out of that game on Tuesday, having to sit out 1-game suspension as Nick Davis lines it into center field.
Yeah, Davis is a good-looking hitter. We've seen him now quite a bit, this being the third game we've covered in 4 days. And he's got a real smooth style up there, and that's a good indication of how he's seeing the ball. He just shot it back through the box and into center field.
Already his 4th hit in this series. Big secondary lead down at first base. Patrick Hughes going to be playing baseball and football next season at Hope. Terrific defensive back for the Seaholm football team. Jack Zimmer, the shortstop, slashes it down the right field line, but foul. 0-2 the count on him. Talk about Nick Davis coming into play this week, carried a .237 average. Been on base of .326. And that's certainly become more of a stat that's used as Davis is going to take off. They're going to call a balk. Field umpire immediately signaled a balk. So it becomes a dead ball and allows Davis to go down to second base.
Well, it's been a balkorama here these last couple games. 4, count them 4 Tuesday night. And I went back and rewatched a little of that game. We hit him. Ouch.
Hear that one all the way up here. So the first 2 men reach base here for the Maples in the bottom of the second inning.
Oh, he hit that elbow pad. It looks like you can hear it. Either that was his bone or the plastic elbow protector.
Pretty sure it was the arm guard.
I'm thinking
elbow guard
for him. But, yeah, West needs to calm down here a little bit. Just settle himself down. That balk kind of might have shaken him up a little bit because his next pitch was he plunk city. So,
Next up, batting 7th in the order. Today's starting pitcher,
Liam McDonald, an opportunity here to help his own cause. 2 for 5 this week against the Falcons. Both runners, gigantic leads. Now the middle of the defense is going to at least keep Davis honest at second. He's not paying absolutely no attention right now at first base to Zimmer. Look at the lead Zimmer's able to get at first. Donald follows it back out onto the football field. Head on a swivel.
Yeah, you know,
these athletic facilities.
when we call these games like soccer and lacrosse here at Seaholm, and there's a baseball game going on, it feels like there's never any foul balls that come on the field. But when we're calling games, baseball that is, they're always going over there. What's that about, Brad? You can't answer, can you?
No.
No, I knew it. I stumped him. It's weird, though. I mean, we've had 2 or 3 go out there already.
Murphy's
We're only
Law,
in the second inning. Maybe. But we were doing lacrosse last night. Wasn't there a game going on over here? Or was that last week, maybe?
They practiced last night.
Yeah, that's true. That was just a practice. But even still.
Latest foul ball evens up the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Both pitchers found themselves in countless jams, back-to-back innings for Liam McDonald. As he has stranded 5 base runners in this ball game. Another hot shot up the middle. That's going to eat up the shortstop, Francisco, and make its way into center field. RBI single for Liam McDonald. Gives the Maples their first lead of the ball game, 2-1.
Well, this was tricky. It came right back and hit the mound and then took a funny bounce. And just got eaten up at short right there. It took a wild bounce and into center field it went.
Ian Glass will be the courtesy runner for Liam McDonald at first base. Nice job by that field umpire to avoid getting hit.
Yeah. He was scurrying out of the way, wasn't he?
Some pretty fancy dance moves.
Yeah, I mean, I got to hand it to him. I mean, on the surface, he doesn't seem like he'd be all that athletic, but he moved well there.
And this one's going to get away from Griffin Smith, allow both base runners to move up a base. And these are some of those sort of compounding mistakes that has allowed Seaholm to kind of break open games.
Well, that was certainly the case Tuesday night. And this is an incumbent moment upon West and the rest of the Groves Falcons to see if they can turn the spigot off on the opportunities. Nobody out, though. Second and third, it's going to be tough this inning.
Vandermark at the plate, breaking ball for a called strike. So now we're seeing the Groves infield defense in. Second baseman and shortstop Shorter and Francisco on the infield grass. High fly ball. Carlos Smith going to drift into the left center gap. Can't come up with it. That was an instance there where he maybe didn't need to leave his feet.
No, he jumped at the last minute. Didn't seem necessary. It'll be interesting to see this on the replay because he took kind of a funny angle to it as well. It certainly seemed like he was there in time. He even lets up, but just probably didn't see it. It is kind of a high sky today. And 2 big runs come in as a result.
Well, what do you want to call it? An error?
Yeah, I'm afraid it is. And there's another one on the football field. I've lost count already.
Well, give Vandemark the RBI. It would have scored a run no matter what. Does allow Vandemark to get over to second base. Liam McDonald's courtesy runner down at third. And now a little bit of a safety squeeze. First baseman Kazak comes charging in. So Casey gets an RBI infield single.
Well, that's one way to do it. Turn it into a house of horrors here for Groves. Seaholm's kind of picking up where they left off Tuesday. And Coach Morrison's coming out to the mound. We may have seen West's last pitch.
5 straight base runners have reached base for Seaholm, and this certainly has a feel. You and I talked about it. They scored 7 runs in the first inning, came back, scored 7 more runs in the 4th. Every batter in the Seaholm lineup got at least 1 hit in that ball game, and the 17 runs, the most they have scored all season. Their previous high was 12 in a 12-11 victory over Royal Oak. So momentum starting to carry over from 2 days ago here. Had 5 base runners straight reach base. There's nobody out, and runners on the corner now for the leadoff hitter.
Yeah, Groves has just got to get an out anywhere. They need to kind of turn the spigot off. This has been a gathering storm for the Maples, we'll call it.
Brings up the leadoff hitter, Dylan Furlani. Singled, stole a base, came around to score in that first inning. Ball bounces out of Smith's mitt. He's able to go and get it. 3 runs in here in the second inning. 4-1, Maples in front. West brings home the pitch, fouled away. Over top the Groves dugout on the first base side. The 1-1 runner takes off for second. It's another safety squeeze, but this time bunt was straight back to the pitcher, Michael West.
Yeah, West did a nice job there. He checked the runner at third and looked him back and still had time to get the out at first.
First out of the inning goes 1-3 on the putout and allows Casey Getz to move over to second base. 2 runners in scoring position. Infield defense brought in once again. Keegan Jordan, a fly out to the right fielder Brand back in the first. 0 for 1. Jordan 4 for 7 now in this series. Somebody's going to lose their voice.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm not feeling a lot of sympathy coming from the Maples bench towards the Falcon plight at the moment. It's all rubbing it in.
Jordan waits it out. Hammers one to right center. Brought in by Carlos Smith. Throw comes into the middle of the diamond. Sac fly, RBI for Keegan Jordan. 4th run in this inning, and the Maples now lead it 5-1.
Well, that's how you do it. You've got a runner on third with less than 2 outs, and this was quite a poke, but Smith does a nice job. Picked it off, made a strong throw into the middle of the diamond, but not in time to catch that runner from third.
So a lot of crooked numbers put up the last 2 days by the Seaholm offense. Tough play here for Blanchard, ranging towards the fence and comes up empty. Everett gave it a bit of a ride, didn't have home run distance, but
no, but he was there. I'm not sure what happened. He got over there in time, but the ball just dropped. I think he overran it, in fact, a little bit and fell in foul territory. So it's a long strike.
There isn't a lot of foul territory down that third baseline.
Nope, very little. Very, very little.
West misses low and away. 1 ball, 1 strike to count on Everett. 2 down here, bottom of the 2nd inning. Strike call, throw goes into left field. Wow.
Oh boy, that's an unforced error if ever there was one. And Coach Morrison is not going to be happy about that. I mean, at that point, just hold the ball if you're the catcher. He threw it into left field. And Getz has the easy path home at that point.
Getz sort of stole that one, I think, on Michael West, the pitcher.
Yeah, he had a good jump, but they really weren't going to catch him.
Check swing there by Everett. He shakes his head. He knew he didn't offer.
Yeah.
And he gets confirmation from the field up. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. 5 runs in now for the Maples. 6-1 lead. Everett up the middle, off the bump, and into center field. Boy, oh boy, the offense just continues to click up their heels.
Yeah, and they're not doing anything overly fancy and outstanding. They're just making contact, playing a little small ball, taking advantage of some of the mistakes that Groves has made, and that's how you get 6 runs in this very early part of the game still.
Spin off the first baseman and unable to recover there.
The long nightmare continues. They just can't seem to buy it out right now. Meanwhile, Seaholm's having a bunch of fun. Even after he booted it, they still had a chance to get him. Kazad got his glove on it. It bounced over there to Sebastian Shorter, who just tried to scoop it with his mitt, and that didn't work, so the inning continues.
Seaholm has batted around. Nick Davis now for the 2nd time in this inning. So we'll call it an error on the first baseman, and now a pass ball.
Hit the ump.
So now he's going to try to walk it off.
Let's see what happens. I hope we were able to get that. But he's feeling it right now.
Grosse Pointe South Blue Devils. And then
Assistant coach Kyle Stratton going to talk to him. Michael Nautigal, the head man at Seaholm, talking to the field umpire. Got all kinds of discussions taking place.
I like that Nautical. He's raw, man, but he's real, and I appreciate that about him. We're going to go back to see if we can find out what happened.
Kind of maybe the neck area?
Right?
Shoulder?
The shoulder. Looks like it, yeah, it hit his shoulder.
Left shoulder?
He's a big fella. There's a lot of shoulder to hit there, but he's shaking it off. Umpires are tough. You got to give it to them for that. They are subject to abuse in all forms, physical and verbal.
Fouled straight back by Nick Davis. Led off the inning with a single, came around and scored. One of 5 runs in this inning for the Maples. Runners at second and third, 2 outs. West comes home.
And you know what's tough about one of these innings? Playing the outfield.
Yeah.
You stand there forever, and it's like, when is this inning going to end? I mean, my gosh, I've been there before, and it's helpless. There's nothing you can really do to affect the inning moving along quicker unless the ball's hit to you.
And they're going to get Nick Davis looking. First strikeout of the ball game for Michael West, but damage is done. The Maples plate 5 runs on 4 hits and now lead it 6-1. We'll head to the 3rd inning. Falcons looking to get back in the ball game.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back. You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
It'll be 4, 5, and 6 for the Falcons in the road half of the 3rd inning. Blanchard, Shorter, and West. Groves finds himself trailing now for the first time in this ball game, 6-1. Blanchard walked in the 1st inning, one of 3 straight walks issued by Liam McDonald. McDonald in and out of trouble all afternoon so far, but the story thus far offensively for the Falcons, men left on base. 5 base runners through 2 innings left on base, and Seaholm able to take advantage of their last at-bat, striking for 5 and now a 6-1 lead.
Yeah, this game would if there was a little bit less getting those runners moved around, and suddenly it's a crooked number again up there for Seaholm.
Good hitters count here for the left fielder. Strike call evens up the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ball bounces in. Keegan Jordan this time wearing it.
And Blanchard really toes on the line, almost over it.
Will work on a base on ball, 2nd of the game now for Blanchard. That's a leadoff batter on base.
Batting Sebastian Shorter, number 7.
Fifth walk already issued by McDonald in this ball game. Quick throw over on the pickoff attempt. Another throw.
Now in MLB, there's a limit to the number now of times you can throw over.
Effort to speed up play. Our attention spans have decreased so much, Andy, that we can't throw over to first base anymore.
Nope. And you got to have a pitch clock.
Which
So
I don't mind. It really moves the games.
Well, it was getting ridiculous with some of these guys. They had to take their gloves off. And
Uh-oh, look at the
that's a
snap
problem.
throw. They got him.
Wow.
Oh, boy, you just can't do that trailing by 5 runs.
Nothing going right. Absolutely nothing for Groves right now. Yikes.
Picks off Blanchard at first, and there's one away.
Oh, that's going to be a fun walk back to the dugout. Not so much. Takes a walk, and they cut him down. Too big a lead. You know, I often think of that. Watch some of these guys. Really.
There's something about a secondary lead, right? You obviously are trying to maybe gain that extra base, trying to go first to third, but
You got to be smart about it.
yeah, absolutely, especially trailing by 5 runs.
Exactly.
Back pick comes and a perfectly placed ball by Keegan Jordan. The catcher, Gottesman, applied the tag, and they're able to cut down Andrew Blanchard at first base. So 1 out, Sebastian Shorter at the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count on the second baseman. And he will hammer one to left field. DeWolf camps over, makes the catch. Good running grab by Ethan DeWolf in left field for the second out of the inning.
Yeah, those plays always make me a little nervous after what happened to Parker Meadows with Riley Green earlier this year for the Tigers. I mean, you're a fielder, you're a ball hawk. You want to get to every ball, and communication very important on a play like that.
Certainly feels like a massive center field.
It sure
Cover.
does. Bigger than Groves, right?
Yep.
It feels much more vast out there than their diamond.
Can't say enough about both of these facilities. We are certainly spoiled up here in the press box.
We are. Well, the company alone. I mean, we got people, solid quality people on hand.
Legendary PA announcer Greg Sherman up here.
And Miss Mama of Casey Getz, right? Over here running the scoreboard. The proud mama, as she should be.
Base on balls for Joseph West.
West has a free pass.
And I got to interview Casey the other night before the game. His teammates voted him to be the spokesperson. We were looking for something a little different than just the coaches before the game, and Casey was it. They chose him, and he was a good interview.
Is there such a thing as being effectively wild?
Sure.
But I think
Absolutely.
Liam McDonald is just that. He has issued 7 walks in this game.
Yeah.
And we haven't played 3 innings.
No, and they've only been able to
Plate
push
1.
one, right? So, and there's another one over on the football field. Almost the exact same spot the last one went. I'm going to let somebody else get that over there. Ooh, swing and a miss.
Comer at the plate goes fishing. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count on the DH. Comer was one of 3 strikeout victims for McDonald in this ball game. Back in the first, pickoff throw at first.
Yeah, you don't want to get picked off again.
No.
That would not be good. for
Coach
them.
Morrison might absolutely lose it.
He
if
would.
a second-
You'd see the first head exploding of a manager in history.
One ball, 2 strikes, 2 down here offensively for the Falcons in the third. And Comer's going to go down looking. 4th strikeout of the game for McDonald. We played 2.5 innings, 6-1 our score. Maples in front.
It's something about having that piece of paper. Some people think that's worth more than my skills.
I've run this place for 20 years, but I still need to prove that I'm more than what you see on paper.
You just gotta be so good they can't ignore you.
It's the way my mind works. I have a very mechanical brain.
Analytics and empathy. That's how I've gained clients.
I am more.
I'm more
than who I am on paper.
Zimmer, McDonald, Vandemark due up for the Maples. Bottom of the third inning. Mapes in front 6-1. Rubber match of a 3-game season series. Falcons took game 1. Maples stormed back, took game 2 on the road. Hoping to win the series here on their home diamond. Slicing ball to the right fielder, Brand. Looks pretty comfortable over there in right field for having not played the position in quite some time.
Yeah, no, that was smooth. He lined it up, and he had it the whole way. All right, Brad, my son Jake just sent me a baseball riddle. You ready?
Let's hear it.
Okay, what did the British umpire say to the batter?
I don't know, is this a riddle or a joke?
Yes, it's a joke.
All right, what did the British umpire say to the batter? I don't know. What?
You're up. Anybody? Crickets. All right, Mrs. Getz got it. Europe. You're up. Get it? Never mind.
Oh, the continent, Europe.
I didn't say it was a good joke.
Bit of a swing and a miss there by Jake Aubrey.
All right, well.
Not his best work.
He's done better?
Yeah.
Okay.
Donald at the plate. Called strike.
Betting number 4, Liam McDonald.
Glad he's checking in with Dad, making sure.
Yeah, well, he knew I was doing a game, and I don't know where he came up with that from, but he's not usually one to text me jokes when he knows I'm on the air, but he must have thought that was relevant. And I did too, until it fell about as flat as a pancake, so we'll have to work on him a little bit.
Donald looks at a pitch low and away. Runs the count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Full count to the pitcher McDonald. Singled and scored back in that really productive second inning for the Maples. This one does find the protective netting. So you want maybe this netting to go up even higher, huh, Andy?
Yeah, right. I think another 20, 30 feet would probably help. We'll get Aaron Frank on that first thing in the morning.
Donald slashes one high bounce for Francisco. At eye level there.
Over to Casa, and there's 2 away.
So 2 up, 2 down. Michael West trying to pitch a 1-2-3 bounce back inning here in the third. Aaron Vandermark, the right fielder.
Now batting number 22, Aaron Vandemark.
West. Bat has a bit of a crack to it rather than a ping.
Yeah. They're not even allowed to use wooden bats, are they? Or are they?
I don't know. It's a good
I don't
question.
know either, actually.
I don't know why you'd want to.
Well, because these aluminum bats are breaking.
Yeah,
these days.
apparently, yeah. That was beyond bizarre.
No kidding.
0-2. Lined into center. So Maples just refusing to go down easily. Thought we were going to have our first 1-2-3 inning of this ball game, but Aaron Vandemark had other plans for the Falcons. He'll bring up Casey Getz, singled and scored in his lone plate appearance. Runner takes off for second, no shot as the ball skips away from Smith. That wind just continues to blow out. Pitch misses up and in. 2 balls, no strikes account on Getz.
Yeah, you would think if one of these guys gets one up in that jet stream, it's going to really be helped out.
Sun trying to make its way through the cloud coverage. Getz waits on the 2-0 all the way to the backstop. Boy, oh boy. See if Getz is taking all the way here on the 3-0. It doesn't matter as it misses inside. First walk of the ball game thrown by Michael West. 2 base runners on at the corners now. And the lineup will turn over once again.
Yeah, I was thinking about Sean sticking with West, even with all these runs on the board. But he like you said, this is his first walk. He hasn't pitched poorly. He's been a victim of some couple errors. And definitely Seaholm's put some solid lumber on there. The ball, but
Vandermark back into third. Getz gets the stolen base. 2 runners now in scoring position for Furlani. Once again, a wild pitch, play at the plate, and they're going to get him. It was a fancy tag there by West as Vandermark came in with a bit of a head-first slide, kind of an acrobatic move at the plate. Michael West with the concentration, able to slap the tag on for the final out of the inning. Let's take another look at it here, Andy. You be the judge. You play home plate umpire here.
I want to see this. He kind of tumbles and reaches over like the tag, right? Stop. Oh, look out.
Ooh, I don't know.
It's hard to see when the tag was applied.
This might be a better angle. Well, we're going to be blocked out by the home plate umpire. Well, either way, home plate umpire was right there, called him out at the plate. 3 innings in the books. The home team, the Maples, enjoying a 6-1 lead.
Be right there. Wait. Use the shovel and bucket of water, remember? Drown, stir, drown, feel. Then make sure it's cool.
Where'd you learn that?
SmokeyBear.com. Brushed up on some tips before we left. Don't want to start a wildfire, right?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Top of the 4th inning, 8-9-1 for the Falcons. Francisco Smith, Griffin Smith to lead things off.
Well, Brad, last night after lacrosse, we did a little pre-production meeting for today and decided what would be an interesting topic to talk about during the game. And we came up with the idea of discussing some of the greats of the game when it came to broadcasting baseball. Now, obviously, there's a long list who are in the Hall of Fame, but this was the top 10 list I was able to come up with that's compiled by the legends behind the microphone. Number 10, John Miller.
Yep.
If you remember Miller from the
ESPN.
Giants and ESPN, yep. He's known as the master storyteller. And he was there forever. I don't believe he's still doing their games.
Miller and Morgan on Sunday Night Baseball.
Right, they were classic. Dave Niehaus from the Seattle Mariners. He's known as the Northwest's storyteller. And he had a
umpire. Where's that one again, or did they catch a catcher?
They're going to beat this umpire up, man.
Yeah,
He's having a hard time. But I guess Niehaus had a couple of famous sayings. One was, "My, oh, my." And his end of the game call was, "Get out the rye bread and mustard, Grandma."
Well, of course. Why not?
They said that in '95, the Mariners had a great season, made the playoffs, which helped save baseball in the Pacific Northwest. They were kind of on the edge of maybe losing the franchise. Number 8 on the list, Harry Callis, was the voice of the Philadelphia Phillies for many, many years. And in fact, for 39 years, he was an institution in Philadelphia. So he's not really somebody we listen to very much, but I do remember him doing some like MLB stuff, you know, national type things. Number 7 they gave to Bob Uecker.
Oh, yes.
Mr. Baseball.
Milwaukee Brewers. Just
That's
passed
right.
away.
He did. But he was the voice of the Brewers since '71. And, I mean, really up until just a few years ago before his passing, he was still doing a few games of the year. And you've already referenced him once today. Just a bit outside when it's like 40 feet over the catcher's head. Almost like that one. But Uecker was great. Mr. Belvedere, right?
Also played the role of play-by-play announcer in Major League.
Yeah.
Colin Francisco at the plates. McDonald takes off the hat in frustration. He's not really had the greatest of command in this ball game, but has somehow found a way to get the job done.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be pretty, but he's been effective. He's gotten some help from some good fielding plays, and when the Falcons have threatened, they've been able to get out of it.
That walk to Griffin Smith was his 7th base on balls.
That's amazing. Those are well-placed walks. Oh!
That's a well-placed line drive by Francisco down the left field line. They're going to have to hold Griffin Smith at second base, so 2 runners on now for the Falcons.
Yeah, Falcons kicking up their heels, no outs, and this is their moment because this game's not getting any younger here. So 4th inning, we'll see what Smith can do. So number 6 on their list was Ernie Harwell.
Ah, good. About time.
I would say I was able to interview Ernie Harwell. It was the highlight of my broadcasting career. Next to working with you, of course, Brad.
Oh, thank you, Eddie.
But legend, I mean, all-time legend. Tiger fans loved him. And back in the Royal Oak baseball days, they renamed the Joe DiMaggio League to the Ernie Harwell League. And I asked him, I said, what kind of an honor do you think that is? He says, well, I'm kind of glad Joe's gone. I hate to answer to that. It's somewhat of a come down. He was very self-deprecating. He's a Southern gentleman. He had that drawl. And, of course, his tagline was, during the called third strike, was,
Stood there like the house by the side of the road.
Like the house by the side of the road. And then long gone, which he actually developed later. He didn't always use that call, but for a home run.
2 for the price of 1.
Yeah.
On a double play ball.
Right.
2 balls, 2 strikes on Carlos Smith. Going to appeal, I thought, to the field ump. Smith was kind of booking his way down first base, and maybe a bit of a break there for Carlos Smith. 2-2, low. Rolls it down the third baseline foul. Full count here to the leadoff man, Carlos Smith. Darren Kazaa waits on deck. Falcons trying to get themselves back in this ball game. Smith makes contact, fouls it into the catcher's glove for the strikeout. 5th strikeout of the game now for Liam McDonald.
Yeah, McDonald's been good when he's had to be. And like we mentioned, all those walks still haven't hurt them because of where they've been situated.
Darren Kazaa at the plate. Keegan Jordan tried to bring that ball back up into the strike zone. Couldn't frame it well enough for the home plate umpire. Straight missing out of the zone. 2 balls, no strikes. Ever dangerous Michael West waits on deck. 2 runners on, 1 out. 3 balls, no strikes. pitch low and away. 8th walk.
Yeah, living dangerously here. Liam McDonald is.
And that'll load the bases, and head coach Michael Nottingham will come out.
And during this confab at the mound, we'll have a chance to continue with our list. Now in the 5 position, they gave that to Harry Carey. And that's going to be it for Liam McDonald.
Yeah, Liam McDonald's day is done. They will bring in Ian Glass in relief. And while Glass tunes up, let's take a quick break here on BACB Sports.
Bloomfield Township Senior Services promotes wellness and strengthens the community through social connections, fitness classes, aquatics, day trips, and more. Our staff is here to serve you, offering lifelong learning and interactive opportunities for residents age 50 and above. Invest in your vitality with us. Follow us to learn more and stay up to date. We look forward to meeting you.
Ian Glass in relief now. Starting pitcher Liam McDonald. McDonald's day is done. 3 1/3 innings, 8 walks, 5 strikeouts, gave up just 2 hits. McDonald does have the 3 runners on base, so Glass will inherit those. Glass's numbers on the season: 14 1/3 innings, a 4.39 ERA, 15 hits, 18 walks, 14 strikeouts. So McDonald's day was shortened due to the fact he just walked too many batters.
Too many walks. Yeah,
eight walks.
You can't live that way, and he threw a lot of pitches in a very short time. And
mentioned
West is in a hole already.
Glass really throwing some heat during his tune-up tosses.
He's a man dialed in, and he's come out throwing strikes already.
Holds that glove on his front knee. And breaking ball misses up. Big moment in this baseball game all of a sudden for the Falcons. Trailing by 5 runs. They've loaded the bases now for the second time in this ball game. Left them loaded in the first. Top of the 4th inning. And West strikes out swinging.
Swing and a miss by West, and there's 2 away.
It's a big out. This one was out of the strike zone, Brad. I think it was a high, kind of around his eyes, handcuffed him a little bit, and he just swung right through it.
So to leave things up now to Andrew Blanchard. He's had 2 plate appearances, no at-bats. It's 0 for 0. 2 base on balls in this ball game. 2 of those 8 that were issued by Liam McDonald. He's quickly ahead, 2 balls, no strikes. Blanchard, the cleanup hitter. Falcons have left 6 men on base. Shallow fly ball. Vandemark gonna concede it to Casey Getz, who squeezes it. Falcons lead them loaded for the second time in this ball game. Have left 9 men on base and still trail it 6-1.
Yeah, Getz ranges far from his second base position, but he gets under it and makes a great running catch.
Maples coming to bat in the bottom of the 4th. Next, coming up right here on BACB Sports.
Yeah, I know, but yeah, just look at that. It's so sad.
Seaholm Maples looking to add on to a 6-1 lead, bottom of the 4th inning. Nice job in relief by Ian Glass. Came in and retired both batters he faced.
Yeah, Glass came into a really tough situation. He got out of that with a strikeout and a pop out. So good on him. And Groves, once again, Left too many men on base. A lot of zeros up there for them, and I don't think Sean's going to be too happy tonight if it holds, but
nice play down at third base. That was a shortstop, actually.
All right, back to our list, Brad. So we left off at number 5 with Harry Carey, and I can't help but mention that in the early 80s, in the early days of cable, when we had WGN Chicago, remember?
Yep.
Channel 9. And before the Cubs had lights, they were all-day games. So, you know, I would take a moment away from my studies at Central Michigan. Would pop on the television and kind of got used to watching Cubs games and listening to Harry Carey. And he was a character. He was definitely getting on in years at that point, but a really fun listen. Number 4, Jack Buck. Joe
St.
Buck's
Louis
dad,
Cardinals,
right?
yep.
Yeah. And man, he was amazing. Really great. His famous, I don't believe what I just saw.
Throw, and might have had him, but the ball popped out of the glove there of Sebastian Shorter.
Yeah, I think they did have him. That was a great throw down there.
And they've moved Carlos Smith now to the catcher's position,
where we've been accustomed to seeing him these other games that we've covered this week. He's kind of their regular catcher. And Smith comes up firing. Shorter had the ball, put the tag on him. It was all there, but he didn't hold on.
Pop up to the first baseman. Zach calls for it and secures it.
Jordan pops up to Kaza at first, and there's one away. Now batting number 14, Ian Everett.
Ian Everett, 1 for 1 in the baseball game, had a sac fly RBI in the first, and a single in the second. Fouls this one off, slow grounder over on the third base side.
Number 3 on the list was Red Barber. I don't know if you remember him or not. He's way
old
before
school.
all of our
Yeah.
time. He was Dodgers and Yankees when the Dodgers were in Brooklyn. And a mentor to Jack Buck, as a matter of fact, as I learned.
Curveball hammered way back. Touch 'em all. 2-run home run by Ian Everett has blown this game open. The Maples lead it 8-1, his 4th dinger of the season.
And that is the biggest hit we've seen in these 3 games, Brad. He just absolutely crushed it. The fellas are happy, safe to say. And, I mean, he gets all of it. You knew it. The second that ball left his bat, it sounded loud. And it just, I think it's still carrying. I'm not sure, but I don't believe it's come down yet. Unbelievable. Wow. Yeah, well, Maples picking up where they left off Tuesday. I think it's safe to say they've been very effective at the plate, and we're going to have a pitching change.
So 3 RBI for Everett. Was our BACB Sports player of the game in Game 2 because of his pitching performance. What a job at the plate here this afternoon. Sean Morris is going to turn to one of his relievers. It's going to be Joseph West in relief of Michael West. That'll be next right here on BACB Sports. You ready, Michael? Joseph West getting his warm-up throws, and we'll let you know he's making his 7th appearance of the season, has thrown 13 and a third innings. Doesn't have a victory this year, but does have 1 loss on the season, has given up 8 hits, 9 runs, only 3 of which are earned, has struck out 11, has walked 7. Comes in a spot now with the bases empty after the 2-run homer by Ian Everett. Has blown open this game now for the Maples. They lead it 8-1. And Joseph West will now face Brandon Gottesman, the cleanup hitter and first baseman, at the plate. Goes off speed, misses. 1 ball, no strike. The count now on Gottesman. Callan Francisco moves over to third base as Joseph West goes to the mound.
Batting number 2 is Brandon Gottesman.
Oh, and an absolute rocket through the box into center field.
It hit West on the leg, and he's shaking it off a little bit now. It was just a hard hit ball straight up the middle.
So Michael West moves from the mound to shortstop.
I don't know, man. I'm surprised the Seaholm record is what it is. They can hit. They're doing everything.
Somebody number 25, Nick Davis.
Seaholm came in with a record of 8 wins, 10 losses, and 2 ties. Nick Davis at the plate, the designated hitter. It was a Seaholm squad that had come into the series winners of 2 of their last 3. Their lone loss in that period of time was to Lake Orion.
Francisco moved from short to third. Michael West went from pitcher to short.
For 2 ties, both against South Lyon East. 2 8-inning ties, 7-7 and 5-5. Joseph West on the mound, Michael West at short, Colin Francisco at third base. Mentioned Carlos Smith moved behind the plate, and Nolan Davis is now playing center field.
We're definitely mic'd up heavier on the Seaholm bench.
Yeah, we're picking up a lot more of their chatter.
Well,
Davis,
the game's more fun when you're up 7 runs, right?
Yeah, that's to say the least. Joseph West really bothered right now by Gottesman at first base. Bounces that one up. Think these guys work on that material?
I'm not sure. But you're right. You'd think at some point they'd lose their voice.
Davis down to third base. Francisco going to take the short route, shorter over to first. They get the lead runner at second base as they go around the horn.
Francisco over to shorter for the second out, safe at first.
Yeah, definitely no problem down at second, but turning it was going to be challenging, and they made a pretty clean turn, but not quick enough to get Nick Davis down there where he is first now with 2 outs.
Shorter making sure he stood on second base. No neighborhood play anymore.
Yeah, right.
Boy, the middle infielder sure got away with murder, didn't they?
They did.
Back when the neighborhood play was allowed.
Right.
Didn't even have to be near the bag in order to try to turn 2.
Phantom, you just run over it, whatever, close enough. They're out.
Francisco playing multiple infield positions today. He's been solid on the left side of the diamond. Runner takes off, bit of a hit and run there as Zimmer follows one straight over top of us. Zimmer looks at 1 too many, but the damage is done once again. The 2-run homer by Ian Everett has extended the Maple lead to 7. After 4 innings of play, Seaholm leads Groves 8-1.
Losing the fear of looking foolish comes with age.
Who did you steal him from?
Losing your way in your own home doesn't. Confusion with time and place may be a sign of Alzheimer's.
Mom, are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine.
Early detection gives you and your loved one time to plan for the future. Learn the warning signs of Alzheimer's.
Ian Glass back to work for the Seaholm Maples, second inning of relief. We'll have to face 5, 6, and 7 for the Falcons, and Andy Aubrey, Grove's offense running out of opportunity.
Yeah, they've stubbed their toe more than once. Left the bases loaded. You can't do that when you're down 7 runs. Seaholm's been pretty tight on defense, and their pitching, while not as tight, especially regarding walks, has not hurt them to the extent that they've allowed more than 1 run across. So it's getting down to that time of the game where Grove's going to have to put something together or else kiss this one goodbye.
Groves has left them loaded twice, have left 9 runners on base in 4 innings.
Yeah, it's the opposite of clutch hitting right there.
Shorter goes down, laces it down the first baseline. This will be extra bases. Vandermark tried to cut that ball off by sliding, did a well job of that, but Sebastian Shorter in with a leadoff double.
Yeah, it's a nice hit. Right down the line inside the bag. And leadoff doubles are one way to get yourself back in a game.
Couldn't have placed that ball any better.
No, he did a nice job. He just went with the pitch and kept it in the fair territory and was rewarded.
Joseph West now. Started down at third base, moved over to the pitcher's mound. High and tight. PJ Kammer, the on-deck batter for head coach Sean Morrison. Joseph West goes down, dribbles it right in front of home plate. So I think we're down to our top 2.
Yeah, there's 2 left.
Baseball announcers.
Legends. And number 2 is Mel Allen.
Ah, yes.
Mel Allen with his trademark, how about that? They had him behind the mic for the Yankees, 25 years. Very first recipient of the Ford C. Frick Award. It's no telly, mind you, but...
Well, it gets you in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
so.
He's there for sure. Another one with the warm southern voice. What is it about those guys from down south? They just got that drawl. It's perfect for baseball, right? But, of course, Mel Allen, many of our more seasoned viewers may remember This Week in Baseball, which was yeah, exactly. And pretty much must-see viewing for a baseball fan back in the 70s. Before we had 5,000 channels to pick from, and Sports Center and Top Tens and all those things. That's
YouTube highlights.
Way before that. And every time I think of the number of channels on a given cable system, I think of Airbnb I stayed in a couple years ago out in Washington State, and they literally did have 5,000 channels. I mean, they had a Michael Jordan channel.
Really?
Of just games of Michael Jordan by the Bulls, North Carolina. They had a Wu-Tang Clan channel. I'm not kidding. It was clips of those guys when they were playing little clubs in New York City when they started out. I mean, it was crazy. There must have been 500 kids cartoon-type channels alone, and sports channels, and do-it-yourself, and reality TV. It was crazy. Anyways, we're down to number one. Brad, the number one baseball broadcaster of all time is, drum roll please, Mr. Vin Scully.
Of course.
L.A. Dodgers. And he was fantastic. One of Ernie Harwell's contemporaries, as a matter of fact. The voice of summer, as he was known.
Did a fantastic job of blending stories in with his broadcast calls. Vandermark camps under it, puts it in his back pocket. Shorter going to tag up from second base and will make it over to third. So it's a productive out off the bat of Comer.
The thing about Scully, I mean, he called games for 67 years. I mean, he was like 90.
Yeah.
And he was still doing a small handful of games for them just a few years ago. There's not a lot of people who do anything for 67 years, including live that long. It's amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Runner takes off for second base. Throw. Ooh. Was dropped.
Yeah, they better have had a couple guys out down at second if they hold on to the ball. Oh, that's a. Let's take a look at this, because it looked like he had him. Pitch was high, bounced in, and it certainly seemed like it was there in time. But as you see, the ball pops out of the mitt.
So there's just one out in this inning. Nolan Davis at the plate made the move to center field as they replaced Griffin Smith in the lineup. So Smith out, Nolan Davis in, takes over the spot in center field to Carlos Smith. Carlos Smith moves to catcher. So that was a defensive move made earlier in this ball game, and Nolan Davis, his first at-bat of this game. And he goes down swinging for the second out of the inning. Second strikeout now for Glass.
Yeah, this has just been really hard for Groves to get that hit, a timely hit. It's been eluding them this entire game so far. Here again, second and third, one out, and they strike out. Now we'll see what happens.
Yeah, they're going to leave it up to their ninth place batter, Colin Francisco, the freshman. He's had a very good day. Not only at the plate, 2 for 2 with a couple singles, but has played a fantastic defense as well. And really no surprise why head coach Sean Morrison had to bring up some of these freshmen to the varsity level. They're producing.
Yeah, no fear whatsoever. They don't know what they don't know, right? Let's give them some opportunities.
3 balls, no strikes. Francisco is a couple steps out of the box. I don't know if he thought that ball maybe made its way to the backstop and he was going to have to direct traffic when it came to the slide at home plate.
Maybe.
But he booked it out of that batter's box. He goes after it on 3-0, grounds it down to Everett at third, who's going to tag out the base runner.
Everett makes the tag on the base runner.
So that'll go 5 unassisted as we'll get another look at it here.
Well, this is one of those opportunities where that runner maybe should have turned and gone back to second, but instead he moves on to third and was tagged out easily. So once again, Groves not able to get the clutch hit when they needed it.
They leave 2 runners on. We cruise along. Bottom of the 5th inning coming up next right here on BACB Sports.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed.
It'll be the bottom third of the lineup for the Maples here in the 5th inning. 7, 8, 9, McDonald, Vandemark, and Casey Getz. Seaholm enjoying a 7-run lead. 8-1 our score. Brad Fetters, Andy Aubrey, BACB Sports. Absolute honor and privilege calling the action in this rivalry series. Joseph West continues to work on the mound for the Groves Falcons. Groves took game 1, and boy, oh boy, they have watched Maples kind of beat them up over the course of these next 2. 17-2 win for Seaholm 2 days ago. Now an 8-1 lead here in game number 3.
Yeah, they say momentum doesn't carry from game to game, but I would dispute that after what we saw Tuesday and what Seaholm's carried on by bringing their hitting shoes with them today as well. They've been fairly dominant.
Second strikeout in relief for Joseph West. Vandemark comes to the plate now. The right fielder, 1 for 2, a single and a run scored. Also reached base via an error, and Joseph West wanted his catcher to ask for the appeal, and I don't think Carlos Smith asked for the appeal.
No, he did. He pointed down there, but the umpire seemed a little
indifferent.
Very indifferent. That's polite. We'll go with that. He just kept shaking his hand and didn't say anything, really.
Well, there you go.
We'll clear that up.
So Carlos Smith has not asked for the appeal.
You're a little testy out there.
Well, I think a little bit of frustration perhaps setting in for everyone involved.
Well, certainly the team wearing green is a proud club, and they getting it handed to them today a little bit again, so emotions get frayed.
High fly ball. Blanchard takes a couple steps in. 2 up, 2 down.
Flies out to Blanchard and left, and there's 2 away.
Get another look here.
Yeah, nice lazy fly ball. Like you said, Brad, just popped in a couple steps and
It's Casey Getz.
no problem, right? First out.
Leave things up to Casey Getz. On base twice in this ball game. Came around and scored in the 2nd inning after singling. Cuts through that 1-0 offering. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 down. We have not had a 1-2-3 inning by either side in this baseball game. See if the announcer's jinx works. 2 balls, 2 strikes now the count on the second sacker. West 2-2, breaking ball, strike 3. They're going to have to throw it down to first base to complete the strikeout, and they will do just that. The very rare 1-2-3 inning We head to the 6th inning here on BACB Sports with the Maples in front, 8-1.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know. Yeah, you just stand down. Look at that. It's so sad. That's
Falcons down to their final 6 outs, trailing 8-1.
Top of 6 is number 6, Carlos Smith.
It will be the leadoff batter, Carlos Smith, here in the 6th inning. 0 for 3, couple punch outs go along with a ground out the second baseman gets. Story thus far for the Falcons, 1 run on 3 hits. So very limited offense here this afternoon for the Falcons, but they have also stranded 11 runners on base.
Yeah, it's those clutch hits that have been missing for them. They've had plenty of activity on the base pass, obviously, but, you know, they needed that timely knock. They couldn't buy it. It's just been tough all game for them. I mean, you got to credit Seaholm, too, though. They played good defense when they've had to. They've certainly walked enough batters, but their pitchers buckled down when they've gotten in those situations and held them to 1 run so far.
9 base on balls issued by Seaholm pitchers in this ball game. Typically, that's not going to get the job done, but somehow they have been able to wiggle out of trouble seemingly all afternoon long. Glass comes home with the 3-1. Everett, short hop, big strong arm over there at the hot corner.
Nice 5-3 play, nice strong throw by Everett over to Gottesman, and there's 1 away.
Well, Andy, how about for a little bit of BACB sports trivia?
I'm in.
You ready for this?
I'm up for it.
All right. Who holds the MLB record for most consecutive seasons with a stolen base without getting caught? I'll tell you, the record is 10 straight seasons with a stolen base and never getting caught.
Wow. Well, that rules Miguel Cabrera out.
Now you might think it's maybe like a Ricky Henderson
Well,
or
Henderson's
a Lou Brock
bound to
or
have been
a Vince
caught.
Coleman, like a speedster, right?
Right.
De La Cruz, somebody like that.
Yep.
But those guys do get caught stealing. So it's somebody that's very kind of off the beaten path.
Yeah, plus De La Cruz hasn't played 10 years yet. So, is it a name we know?
It is a name we know. Hot shot to the second baseman gets. Medium high bounce. Fields and throws 2 up, 2 down, both via the ground out.
Well, I'm afraid you're going to have to tell us,
Well,
Brad.
it's kind of a trick question. It is a trick question because it's actually a pitcher.
Oh, wow.
It's Greg Maddux.
He could run?
Greg Maddux, 10 straight seasons with a stolen base without getting caught.
That is a gotcha. No question. No one would have thought about that. Huh. He was a good athlete. I do know that. I mean, tremendous pitcher, obviously. But I think he's one of those ones they said he could have played in the field.
Oh, he was fabulous at fielding his position.
Yeah.
The Maddux, you know what the Maddux is when you throw a complete game and throw under 100 pitches?
There you go. Okay.
The complete game is something that has gone away. In fact, I found this stat today. Cy Young started 815 games in his career. That record will never get broken. Of those 815 games, he threw 749 complete games. That is 92%. 92% of his games were completed by Cy Young. To kind of put that in perspective, the active leader for complete games in Major League Baseball right now is Justin Verlander.
Right.
You know how many games Justin Verlander has completed?
Not as many as that.
26 in his career.
I'd say the game has changed a little bit.
26 complete games for Verlander. 749 for Cy Young. There's a reason why the award's named after him.
I was going to say, that's how you get an award named after you. Verlander's, if you pitch till he's 70, he might be able to get there.
Listen to these. So Cy Young, MLB record for wins, 511. He is also the career loss leader with 315 losses. Game started, we already mentioned, 815. Innings pitched, 7,356. He never needed Tommy John surgery.
I was going to say, no elbow surgery there either, huh?
He faced 29,565 batters, had 16 20-win seasons, including 14 in a row.
That's
just
amazing.
Unbelievable numbers by Cy Young.
You got to believe some of that's never going to be broken. Most of it, really. Obviously, the complete game thing is he's safe holding on to that. Wow. A lot of speculation about Denny McClain. That they were back then. They were still playing, going complete games, and his arm just gave out. That makes Cy Young's feat all that much more incredible. His arm must have been made of rubber.
3 balls, 1 strike, the count on Blanchard. Michael West, the base runner, down at first base after the walk. And now hit double digits in terms of base on balls. 10th walk now in this ball game. 10 walks to go along with the 3 hits. That's 13 base runners. 11 have been left on base. Only 1 has reached home. Certainly going to be a bit of an aggravating day for the Falcons. Pop up in the center of the diamond. A little bit of collision there between base runner and shortstop as Getz will put that ball in his back pocket. Final out of the 6th inning. Seaholm right now in cruise control. They lead it 8-1.
Losing the fear of looking foolish comes with age.
Who did you steal him from?
Losing your way in your own home doesn't. Confusion with time and place may be a sign of Alzheimer's.
Mom, are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine.
Early detection gives you and your loved one time to plan for the future. Learn the warning signs of Alzheimer's.
Home half of the 6th inning. All Maples all the time here. 8-1 their lead. Dylan Furlani, the center fielder and leadoff man, 2 for 3, a couple singles, a couple stolen bases, a couple runs scored. Talk about a table setter in the leadoff position.
No kidding. Yeah.
He's filled in quite well for Patrick Hughes, serving the 1-game suspension after being tossed previous game. Furlani, 2 straight foul balls back to the screen. 0-2 the count. Joseph West in relief of brother Michael West. Furlani grounds one sharply to the shortstop Michael West across the diamond and retires the speedster Furlani.
Over to Kaza, and there's 1 away.
Sharp grounder.
Yeah, nice pickup. Nice true bounce off the surface. And just in time to get the speedy Furlani.
Next up at the plate, number 10.
Looking ahead to the Falcons offensively in the 7th inning. That'll be their last chance to get themselves back in this ball game. It'll be 5-6-7 shorter West Comer. They have to find a way to force extra innings, Andy, if they're going to come back and win this ball game.
Well, they need 7 big ones. And, well, the way Seaholm's playing, it's going to be a tall order.
Grounder to the 3rd baseman, Francisco. 2 up, 2 down, both via the ground out.
2 away.
Nice job by Joseph West to sort of steady the ship here in relief. Michael West was pulled after the Everett home run. And since then, Joseph West has come in and has retired 7 of the 8 batters he has faced.
That was a whoops. Threw it right over his head. Kind of a slow curve that didn't curve.
Everett 2 for 2 at the plate, 3 RBI, had the big blast, a 2-run homer in the 4th inning. That was a no-doubter.
You think? Yeah. It's still traveling, as a matter of fact. Well, not only did that go over his head, it plunked him right in the thigh. So, Everett took off running.
Next up at the plate is number
18. Right in the hip.
Well, if you're going to wear one, I guess it's good to wear a breaking ball on the hip.
Yeah, better than the fastball, but he plunked him for sure. And umpire's going to have a word with Sean just to, hey, tell your pitcher not to let this thing get out of hand here. I mean, that was 2 that came either inside or on the second one that hit him.
Yep.
Just want to keep things on the level here.
Yep, message sent by the home plate umpire. That's probably a good decision.
Plus, Everett, obviously hit that big home run his last time up, so
sure.
Could be a little bit of ill will there.
So it'll be Nate Mulligan in a pinch hit role here for Brandon Gottesman. Joseph West checks on the base runner at first. Everett's going to take off. Hit and run, fouled away there by Mulligan. So 1 the count on Mulligan.
Well, Nate's got the team on his side, that's for sure.
Mulligan taps one foul.
These wacky baseball players.
Never know what they're liable to say.
Yeah, that's the nerve-wracking part. If you're a director or an editor.
Mike Kattmeyer, our director this afternoon, and it's quite the battle between Mulligan and West. Runner takes off for second. Fills up the count, 3 balls, 2 strikes on Mr. Mulligan.
Got the whole crowd on his side now.
Yeah, the fans in the stands are picking up on the Nate chants. It's going to be a ground ball here to West, and now we got a little bit of a Baez play. Backpedals, and will be the final out of the inning. Maples threaten, do not score, but still lead it after 6 innings of play. 8-1 our score.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed.
New pitcher into the game for the Seaholm Maples. Casey Gatz looking to put the finishing touches on a win here this afternoon and a season series win. Matthew Strawn will go over to second base. A tapper right back to Getz. That ball kind of checked up on the infield grass. Getz fields his position well and gets shorter.
Joseph West next at the plate, number 27.
So it'll be Joseph West. Here's the stat for you, Andy. West has made 3 plate appearances, hasn't had an at-bat.
Still no at-bats, okay.
All 3 times at the plate were walks. Did come around and score. In the first. Don't check that. Kazaz scored in the first. Joseph West had the RBI. West steps out of the batter's box, 2-1 the count. Getz wastes no time, comes home. 3 balls, 1 strike the count now on the freshman. Well, that's 4 walks.
What's a few more walks? We still got daylight left. This is a situation, Guess just needs to throw it over the plate. Let his fielders make the plays and they get out of here. It's a 7-run lead. And they don't want to extend this game any more than they have to. If you remember Monday night when things looked to be put to bed, suddenly Seaholm scored 3 runs and had more runners on the base pass.
It's kind of a Barry Bonds line score for Joseph West. 0 for 0 with 4 walks.
Yeah. None of them intentional, I don't think.
11 walks in this game for Seaholm pitching. PJ Calmer. 0 for 3, couple strikeouts and a flyout to right field. Nolan Davis waiting on deck. Davis and Francisco. Late swing there by Calmer. It's the second out of the inning. That'll be Getz's first punch out of the game. That'll leave things up to Nolan Davis. Davis came in for Griffin Smith, defensive replacement out in center field. Grounder down the third baseline. Everett, good range, but fields it foul. Hard hit ball into left field. Nolan Davis keeps this game alive.
Davis singles to left.
Well, what do we always say, Brad? It's that last out that's the hardest one to get, especially in the game, let alone any inning. But Grove stays alive here. 2 men on, 2 men out.
Colin Francisco at the plate, 2 for 3 on the evening. Breaking ball, good one, snapped it off. Uncle Charlie.
Yeah, smooth pitch right over the plate.
Another breaking ball misses up and in. 1 ball, 1 strike to count on the shortstop. 8-1, 1 run in the first, 5 runs in the second, 2 in the fourth. Fly ball left field to Wolf. Couple steps over towards the left field line, hauls it in, and that will do it. The Maples take the rubber match by the final score of 8-1. Fantastic job all the way around. Maple bats were phenomenal here this evening as they take it by the final score of 8-1.
Yeah, kind of a workmanlike effort, despite all the walks they issued to the Falcons. It just didn't matter. They were good on defense when they had to be, and they got some real timely hits. A couple big innings there, the second in particular, and they haven't looked back. Ended up taking an 8-1 victory.
Take a final break here on BACB Sports. When we come back, it'll be Andy Aubrey's Player of the Game interview. That's something you're not going to want to miss, so come right back.
You're not going to get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff.
Mama!
Like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat.
Welcome back one final time to Birmingham Seaholm High School. Once again, your final score in boys varsity baseball. The Seaholm Maples take it by the final score of 8-1. Let's go down to field level, where our player of the game, Ian Everett, is alongside our very own Andy Aubrey. Everett finished 2 for 2 with a home run and 3 RBI.
All right, Brad, thanks a lot. Here we are down here with our BACB Sports Player of the Game, Ian Everett, again. Getting tired of me yet, Ian?
No, not at all.
Okay, your teammates were giving you the business. Oh, TV star and all that. How does a guy like you keep so grounded?
I mean, got to stay humble. Got to stay humble, like I said, yeah. Stay grounded.
Keep it real, dude, right? Yeah. Tell them, you have your people help you on with your clothes just like any other superstar, right? So 2 for 2, 3 RBIs, and probably one of the longest home runs we've seen since we've been calling games. When you swung and you hit that ball, what were you thinking?
I felt it off the bat, knew it was gone. Took my time to enjoy the moment. Good game, good rivalry game. Made my way around the bases.
Yeah. You don't want to show up the pitcher too much, but it had to feel good. Yep. Now, second time in 3 days, you guys have beat them, and pretty soundly. Not quite as big as you did Tuesday night, but what was the message? You had practice yesterday, right?
That's right.
What did Coach Nautical say, about sort of staying grounded and making sure you keep your head down, right?
Yeah, absolutely. He said, I really want to win this series. This is his first year as the coach. Do it for Patrick. Couldn't have Patrick today. We had all the right reasons to really go win this game and want to win this game.
Yeah. And, this rivalry is well established, and this is Coach Nautical's first taste of it, and he came away with a 2 out of 3 victory, so pretty good. Now, what's the future hold for Seaholm?
I think we're going to keep this intensity going for the rest of the season. We have a fire lit inside of us. We're ready to play, ready to go. Just going to keep it going.
Okay. You're going to Grosse Pointe this weekend, right?
That's right.
All right. They're tough. They got a tough program. I've always had good athletics over there, so best of luck to you, and hopefully you can ride the momentum of this victory, because you have to be feeling pretty good about yourself as a team, correct?
Absolutely, yep.
Okay, well, listen, best of luck moving forward. Congratulations on a monster shot, a moonshot. I think it's still going, if I'm not mistaken, out there. I'm not sure it came down yet. So, just keep your head down, work hard, good things will happen. So congratulations to you and Seaholm once again, the big winners here tonight against their rivals on their home field this time. And we will see you down the road, okay?
Absolutely. Thank you.
You bet. All right, we'll send it back to Brad.
All right, congratulations to our BACB Sports Player of the Game, Ian Everett. Your final line score, the Seaholm Maples 8 runs on 9 hits. The Groves Falcons 1 run on 4 hits. Seaholm improves to 9-10-2 overall. Groves falls to 10-11. Terrific job, as always, by our BACB Sports crew, including our director today, Michael Koppmeyer, or my broadcast partner, Andy Aubrey. I'm Brad Fetter saying so long from Birmingham Seaholm High School. Once again, your final score, the Maples 8, the Falcons 1. Thank you so much for watching this BACB Sports production.